I bet you didn't know these 5 myths about singing and your voice that most people have no idea about and totally affect their voice, damage it, fatigue it, reduce their range, everything. Like, it's amazing. I can't wait to share them with you today. I'm Angie, and I'm passionate about helping you unlock your singing, and feel free to sing and talk. This will affect your talking as well, which affects your singing. Another myth people don't realise. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notifications so that as I put videos out, you're going to get all these great tools to feel free and sing your favourite songs the way you've always wanted to sing. Okay, so there's 5 myths I'm going to go through today. The first one is clearing your throat is good for you. The amount of people that clear their throat and think that's good for them, clearing the mucus. But actually what happens when you clear your throat, it's like slamming your vocal folds with a sledgehammer. It's so aggressive, and coughing's the same thing. So aggressive on your vocal fold that it starts to create swelling. So as you're clearing, it is actually creating fatigue, damage, irritation, starting to get like sandpaper. Now, I know that's incredibly frustrating because sometimes you have to clear your throat, but you can use other tools to clear that mucus off. So a little bit of citrus in your water, some steaming. There's a lot of things you can do to reduce mucus. If you're sick, obviously it's just a short-term thing, but if it's a long-term thing that you tend to find happens, you want to get some tools to do it in a different way, or you will find the irritation, the swelling, which then affects your range and can cause fatigue when you're singing and other restrictions. So big one. Now, myth number 2 kind of rolls on from that, and that is a lot of people suck lozenges. If they've got a bit of mucus on their vocal folds or feeling a little bit sick, they think that lozenges will actually help your voice, but it's actually the opposite. Lozenges, if they have eucalyptus in it, if they're medicated ones, the eucalyptus strips your vocal folds because it's meant to open everything up, so then it dries them out. And if your vocal folds are not lubricated, then they start to go like sandpaper. So we don't want that. It makes it harder to get the high notes because they're dry and dehydrated. So what we do want to suck is maybe sugar lollies or non-sugar lollies, depending on how sugar affects your body. And what that'll do is just help salivate a little bit and lubricate. But you want to test which one's right for you. Everyone's a little bit different. I've got a client who's been having a coughing, like dry throat, all that sort of thing for quite a while when she talks in meetings. And within 2 days of just sucking some sugar-free lollies that her body was okay with, she noticed it broke the cycle. For most people, it might take a week or 2 if you are a bit dry. But that's a game changer. So definitely no lozenges that have those things in it. Same if you're steaming. You don't want menthol in there. It's going to dry your vocal folds. Unless you've got allergies and you want to open this up, that's a different thing we're targeting, right? But you've just got to be aware of the dehydration on the vocal folds. Now, going into myth number 3 is that drinking water right before you sing is going to keep you hydrated. Often it can actually create mucus and make you uncomfortable. So you want to be having a consistent routine of hydration with water, so that then when you go to sing, when you're drinking all that water, it's not going to create that mucus. Now, interestingly enough, science proves that it takes 4 hours for water to get from when you drink it to your vocal folds. So it's not going to help you straight away. There are other things you can do, like steaming and things. There's a few things that we've got one of the other videos that will help lubricate your vocal fold if you need it immediately for a 30-minute set if you're going to sing or talk. Generally steaming just off your cup, a cup of tea, breathing it in through your mouth will just give you enough droplets on your vocal folds to give you 30 minutes. But for anything like that, you want to be breaking the cycle, right? Also, so important, the myth that water is enough to hydrate your vocal folds. For most people, that water that we're drinking isn't enough. And the reason is that we're breathing in nearly 20,000 times a day, we're breathing in air, breathing in heat, breathing in air conditioning that is hitting our vocal folds every second, right? So it's drying them. So if we haven't got other tools to hydrate them, then they'll start to get like sandpaper. This isn't for everyone, but I find about 50% of people, they're thinking they're hydrating enough through water, and I'm convinced the science proves water is not enough. If you're enjoying our tips so far, did you know you can book us one-on-one, me or one of my team, to really fast track your progress? So many people are using tips and kind of guessing, but really with the guidance of a coach, Just like going to the gym, you'll fast track your progress and really unlock things with clarity and guidance. We'd so love to help you. Why don't you DM us or send us a message and let's get you started. Okay, myth number 4. Whispering is safer for your voice than speaking normally. Total myth. Often whispering actually damages our voice. It requires more work. So we don't want to be doing that. We want to actually be resetting our placement or resting our voice, maybe doing some gentle uglies. But whispering is not better for our voice. It actually fatigues it quicker because it's got to work harder, because the vocal folds have to work harder because of all the air. So whispering is not better for your voice. So if you're whispering, obviously sometimes you need to in a quiet environment, but it's not better for your voice. If your voice is tired, you're going to want to use those placement exercises or some uglies or some gentle hums to get that placement rather than, and even if you're sick, if you've got swollen vocal folds, using the cup or those other tools are going to be much better than whispering. It'll actually make it worse. Myth number 5, vocal warm-ups are only necessary before singing. This is such a crazy myth, right? Because I find that we want a routine of warming up our voice, of learning how to use our voice correctly with exercises. And as you'll know in some of my other videos, sometimes I find exercises are counterintuitive. So they've got to be the right exercises that you're doing the correct way for them to warm up your voice. But doing them just before you sing often can fatigue you. Like if you haven't done them before, then you do it just before you go to sing, you can find that actually make the problems worse. So really, if you love singing or you want to get better, just like going to the gym, we want to learn to use those muscles in the right way and on a regular basis, not just before you sing. And often I will tell my clients not to do too much warm up before they sing. Actually, just relax some kind of things just to relax the muscles rather than intense exercises that can fatigue you. So big myth. We want those as a regular routine in our life. The exercises and warm-ups and the right warm-ups. Any warm-up is not right. That's where a lot of people get warm-ups wrong. They're doing warm-ups thinking it's okay, but they're doing them wrong. And so it's not giving us the outcome. Just like doing an exercise at the gym the wrong way will actually damage the muscle. You want that training. So sometimes you will need to be realigned with a coach. But anyway, 5 crazy myths about your voice. Love to hear if any of those worked for you. Pop it in the comments. Ask any questions. Thank you so much for interacting with me. And even some of the videos that we're recording today are based on comments and questions from you. So hopefully you've loved this content, and we have so much more because we want to help you unlock your singing voice. So feel free to subscribe, like, comment, and we've got lots of content. There's a course you can jump into that we've made really affordable so you can learn the steps to unlock your singing and your voice, or you can book me one-on-one if you need that clarity and that direction to unlock faster. Either way, can't wait to see you in the next video.